Well, I'll tell you how. So today we are going to look at a few expressions when you want to say that you have a strong liking for something. Now generally we always say I like it so much or I just love it, right? So let's take a look at few different ways that you could use when you want to say you really like something. My first one is I'm a big fan of, okay? So for example, if I like watching soccer, I'm going to say I'm a big fan of soccer. Okay? I'm not going out tonight because there's a match and I'm a big fan of soccer. When you say I'm a big fan, that means you really like something, okay? Or if you like listening to music, you could say I'm a big fan of English songs, all right? So this is how you could say you have a strong liking for something. I'm a big fan of, and whatever you really like, you can mention that. The next one, I am absolutely crazy about. Now when you say I'm absolutely crazy about, that means completely crazy about. You really like it so much. So I'm absolutely crazy about the new band. Okay, so there's a new group that has come out with their album and you really like the songs. You say I'm absolutely crazy about the new band. That means you really like them. All right. So instead of saying I really like them, I'm absolutely crazy about. So when you say the word crazy, it shows that you really like the band. I'm quite partial to. Now obviously if you have a strong liking for something, yeah, you tend to bend towards it. So for example, if I go shopping and I have two dresses to choose from, a black and a red one, though I already have two black dresses, I would still choose the black because I'm quite partial to black color. Okay, I love the color, and though I already have it, I would still go and buy another one because I have a strong liking for black. So instead of saying I really like black color, I would say I'm quite partial to black color. So when you say you're partial to, you have a softer corner for the thing, or you really like it so much that you would choose it over anything else. Okay, let's take a look at another way of expressing I'm really into. Now supposing I join yoga classes, okay, and I start getting fitter. So when my friends tell me, wow Rachna, you look so fit these days, and I want to tell them, or I want to express my strong liking for yoga, I'm going to say, I'm really into yoga these days. Okay, so that means I'm pursuing it, I have a strong liking for it, so I say I'm really into yoga these days, okay. Or you could say I'm really into fashion these days. So suddenly one of your friends starts looking very fashionable with different accessories, or she's into experimenting with her look. You say, wow, you look nice these days, and she'll say I'm really into fashion these days. Okay, that means she's keeping up with the trend. She has a strong liking for it, so she says I'm really into fashion these days. The next one, you can't beat her. Now your beat doesn't mean literally beat, but it means to kind of supersede, like to exceed in terms of performance. So if I go to a new cafe for lunch, I'll say you can't beat a meal at that cafe. Or people would also say nothing can beat a meal at that cafe. That means whichever other restaurants you go to, nothing can beat a meal at the new cafe. Nothing can be better than a meal in that cafe. Okay, so that means that the cafe is the best. I have a strong liking for it, so I say nothing can beat a meal at the new cafe. Okay. Now sometimes people offer you or probably give you options, and when you make a choice and when you want to show you have a strong liking, I would say give me coffee any day. If my colleague offers me a cup of tea or coffee, I'll tell her give me coffee any day. When I say any day, I'm trying to say over anything else, I still prefer coffee. All right, so some people say give it to me any time, coffee any time, okay, or coffee any day. It's a way of showing you have a strong liking for coffee. Right? The next one, I'm particularly fond of. Well, now when you say I'm particularly fond of, you are actually specifying a strong liking when you say fond of for something. Now, I enjoy veg and non-veg food, but yes, I am particularly fond of vegetarian food. Okay, when I say particularly fond of, I'm telling you I have a strong liking for vegetarian food. All right, so I do eat meat, but particularly fond of vegetarian food. That means I have a strong liking for veg food. Okay, friends? Singing is what I live for. Okay. Now, we don't live for one thing, right? We do so many things in our lives, right? Right from work, study, spending time, going out. So when I say singing is what I live for, I'm trying to tell you I have such a strong liking for singing that I do it all day, okay? Or, well, for me, I love eating food. So I'm going to tell you, eating is what I live for. That means I love eating food. I have a strong liking towards different cuisines. So I say eating is what I live for. So when you say something is what I live for, you are showing that you are so crazy about it or you like it so much. Fine. The next one, what I wouldn't give. Now when you say what I wouldn't give, that means you're talking about a thing that you really like and you really want and you're ready to pay the price. So when I tell you what I wouldn't give to get the new iPhone, okay, I am making a strong liking for the iPhone and I tell you what I wouldn't give to get the new iPhone. I have a strong liking and I have a desire to possess the new iPhone. So to show you or to express my strong liking, I say what I wouldn't give, okay? That means I'm ready to put a hole in my pocket to get the new iPhone because I have a strong liking for it, right? And the last one, there's nothing I like more than, okay? So I say there's nothing I like more than, okay? So I can tell you there's nothing I like more than watching movies. Okay. That means I love watching films. I really enjoy watching films. And when I say there is nothing I like, that means nothing I like more than watching movies. This is the first thing that I like and other things follow. So when you want to show this is on your top list, you could say there's nothing I like more than watching movies. Alright friends, so these are a few ways you could use when you want to talk about a strong liking. Alright, go ahead, use these phrases, express what you like. I'll be back soon with a new lesson. Till then, take care and bye.